Oh yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is HorsePLAY Live, episode 50. It's November 27, 2014, and we are 2 episodes until our 1 year anniversary. Holy shit. We were just talking offline about we've done 50 straight weeks. Dude, that's crazy. As always, guys, with me joining me today, as always, everybody's favorite bear lizard, whatever kind of lizard you want to call him, he usually answers. Mr. YogiZilla himself. What's up, big guy?
I'm everything but a slimy lizard. I'm a fluffy, furry lizard. That could be a thing.
A fluffy lizard?
We'll make it work.
Yeah. It's a new species.
A cute lizard.
It's a new species.
It's a new thing.
Yep. Yep.
Though I just want to put this out here. On this November 27th, 2014, a fine Thursday night, a Thanksgiving night here in the States. We're celebrating America, and freedom, and good food, and food comas. A cute lizard. I want to put this out there, though. What do you think? There is a poser out there, a guy pretending to be YogiZilla. And I want to be clear. I've been using this name since the 90s. I've been going by Yogi for a long time. That's what been my name for a long time. But YogiZilla in the 90s. And this guy just came out of nowhere. He's like, oh, I'm a yoga guy. And Yogi is a yoga role model pioneer. So I'm going to call myself YogiZilla. No, dude.
Yogi is a bear in Yellowstone National Park that robs picnic baskets with his best buddy, Boo Boo. Okay? What's up, BFT? No, we are not taking a night off. Never. What's going on?
We can. It's been an awesome week on the network, and like I said, we have the 1 year anniversary coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
Pelfrey Cody is in the. I am simulcasting this, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So Pelfrey Cody, come over to the Geeky Antics channel.
Yes,
welcome.
Yes, come over here, please. We know we love Yogi's channel. We do. We love Yogi's channel, but come over here, please.
Yeah, and that's the main reason I simulcast is to get more people over to our channel. Mm-hmm. And since the people, for some reason, they look at names and stuff. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, man. Come on over, Pelfrey Cody channel, Geeky Antics. I am simulcasting it, but the main chat, Geeky Antics channel. But yeah, so yeah, Mr. YogiZilla, fake YogiZilla. I'm the real YogiZilla. That's my EA origin name too. That's why I did that. It's like I'm the real YogiZilla. People who are like registering as YogiZilla in different places, stop it. You don't have to start paying me royalties. I own this name.
Really? Let me get is it trademarked or copyrighted?
Does it have to be? Intellectual property, there's certain laws after through ownership and usage and time invested that prove it. But yeah, I should probably get it formally.
You really
trademarked or whatever, you know.
Because the way I have my name spelled, I'm doing it right now. The OBIONE, because there are hundreds of people that do it on WoW. In any game that I go to, there's always an Obi-Wan. I'm like, dude, come on. I've been using this since I've been using this literally for 18 years. I got this nickname.
Yours is tougher though because Star Wars is so popular.
Yeah, but it's not spelled the same. That's OBE hyphen was it hyphen? Yeah, hyphen WAN. And then KANBIE or something like that. But that's how it's spelled in the movie. I spell it a totally different way. I'm gonna start putting like OB and then the number 1, dude. I swear that's because everybody when I go to people's streams and like, hey, what's going on? And be like, hey, welcome, never mind, man. So I have to explain it. O-B-1.
There we go. Cody made it to the main chat. Awesome. Good to have you.
Yes, this is it.
You know, I need to set up Twitch alerts for this channel as well. So when people follow, they get the little sexy shout out.
Did you tweet this show today?
No,
I didn't either. I forgot.
I figured the people that will make it are already paying attention to Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think people are gonna be paying attention to Twitter as much. They're probably already in a coma. That's my guess. But we got a nice crowd. So we're gonna.
Speaking of new viewers, If you are new to horseplay,
But
welcome.
wait, I didn't
What?
finish my banter. There's something else I want to talk about real quick. Because Obi, I don't know if you heard about this. Did you hear about the scumbags that are gaming the system? They're taking nice retail good things that are nice that are favorable to the consumer, good retail store policies, and they're taking advantage of them. And one particular case, because one of the things that people do, right? For example, is they take advantage of the fact that Walmart will usually take things back without a receipt. So they'll do things like return a game a year later that they bought somewhere else, to get a replacement, or they return something that's broken that they broke to get a new one, stuff like that. And that's pretty bad itself, though. A lot of us have done that. But there's a new scumbag move that a few people have taken advantage of, where Walmart has the policy now. They're trying to be more competitive. They have the policy now where they'll price match online prices too. Now this is unheard of because usually retail stores will not price match online because they'll lose almost all their profit margin, right? But they'll price match. They'll go on if they go to a website and they find the price match, no problem. So people are taking advantage of that, and they're doing things like they create a shell account for Amazon.com because it's pretty easy to list something at Amazon.com. It's a lot easier than people think, and they create like bogus prices. So like in one case, some guy bought like a PS4 for $90, you know, which is about what it's worth. Like for that price, I totally would buy it.
Yeah. Fuck off. Um, and for those that didn't hear me properly, fuck off, Yogi. Uh,
I had to. I had
I
to. It's
know,
out of
I
love.
know. Douchebag's douchebag, no matter how else you put it.
Aw.
It that there, from what I heard about this too. From what I heard about it, the lady that did that and got sold a I don't think I heard about the PlayStation thing, but there was like a TV, $1,000 TV that she sold it for like $250.
Oh
Um,
man.
the lady got fired instantly, and they're coming out with something new to where they'll only price match, but only on the online store, like Walmart online. You can't
Oh,
go into a Walmart store and actually say, well, this is online right here. It's not, and you get it on your phone or wherever, and you go to the .com or Amazon or wherever and say, well, this $1,000, 50 inch or 60-inch HD 4K resolution TV is $1,300, but yours is 2,000.
yeah.
They're not going to do that anymore. They're going to honor it, but they're going to look it up. They're going to send you the service desk because that's where you're going to go anyway. And then they're actually going to look it up there to where I have a buddy that he runs the Walmart here in town, and that's what he was telling me the other day because he said something to me. He texted me. He goes, "Do you know what happened?" I was like, "What? Who are?" I was like, "Do I know you?" Because I wiped my numbers in my phone, and he goes, "It's Frank, dude. It's Walmart." Oh, hey man, what's going on? What happened? And then he told me all about the TV and everything, and yeah, they're not doing that anymore. You have to. It's all online pricing. So
That's a shame.
if you have something online, you have to go to the online store and say and then you actually, which is really they're really not price matching per se, but you would say a store for a store and an online store for an online store. It makes the most sense. That way, they're not losing all their profits.
Yeah, it's safer. I mean, realistically, they're not gonna pay people more so they can have more competent people. The people that work in those kind of stores that are smart usually move on to manager position, or they just go to another a place where they can get paid a lot more or get better health
Mm-hmm.
coverage. And I get the logic. Some people are like, well, Walmart's a bunch of scumbags. That's all about profits, and they treat their employees like crap. So stealing
Right.
from a thief isn't a bad thing. But the problem with that is that you're eventually screwing over other consumers because you ruin a good thing for the rest of us. So, like you said, they changed the policy already. That sucks. That was pretty quick.
No, 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 no. They haven't changed it all the way. They're in the process. He said they're in the process of it, like
Ah,
trying to get it pushed down and push because they have to push it all the way up to the top and they have to send it
Also,
down
they're
to.
doing it.
They
They're
have
doing
to.
it locally, and they're trying to get it done at the store level,
Yeah,
like
they're doing it here. They're
nationwide.
doing it here. The guy, the manager here, the store manager here says, I will not honor that. I'm sorry. You go straight to hell. And so he's trying to push it up to Fayetteville, which is Arkansas, and where Fort Wayne or wherever the heck they're at. And but he has to push it up to the top, and then it comes back down as a directive or a new policy.
A directive makes it sound so so cold, like it's some kind of military system or something. I don't know. Oh, I invited BFT over because he didn't get a chance to eat today, working all day. And I told him to come over, even though he's nowhere near me. And then Cody says, "I'll come. I like to come over." I'm like, I'm in Georgia. I'm pretty sure most people are very far from me for whatever reason. Cause not everybody I meet is up north. Like you, Obi, asshole.
What did I do?
You live in the wrong place.
No, you live in the wrong place.
Hey, you
Sucker?
did say you wanna move to somewhere with warmer weather. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Not Georgia.
What's wrong with Georgia?
It's too fucking hot, dude. I lived down in Waycross, Georgia for 2 years. Hell no.
Oh, I was talking to your dad about that. We had a lovely conversation.
I
wish
know.
him
I heard
happy,
you talk to him
happy.
today.
I would say happy birthday. Yeah, I wished him a happy Thanksgiving, and we had a nice chat. And it's so funny because he's such a good listener, and I'm a talker, and it's dangerous because I'll just keep talking and talking, and then I felt bad. I said, well, he should probably go to his family. And I said, hey, well, let me let you go. And then we go off on another tangent somehow, like we do on the show. It was bad. I'm like, they're like, after 10 times saying, all right, well, let me let you go and spend time so you can spend time with your family. Have a great day, happy Thanksgiving. And it's like, hey, by the way, 10 times doing that, finally got off the phone. It was cool though. And he was talking about that you guys were out in Georgia briefly. Waycross, there's something about Waycross. It's by the water, isn't it? It's close to the Atlantic.
No, Waycross is directly in the middle of the state. And about
But I was
no, Waycross is in the middle of the state and about 15 miles from the Florida border.
okay, I know it's close to the Florida border. Yeah, that's actually really good.
It's
15
about right in
miles.
the middle of the state. Like you could drive to Jacksonville or you could drive to Tallahassee and it'd be about the same.
That's
Well,
awesome.
Roughly about the same.
That's convenient.
Not
you wanna
really,
do a
because
little
it's still
getaway.
3 hours, dude. To either or.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is a trek. Florida, if it feels so close, but Florida is pretty big on its own.
Looks like Cody's coming over your house right now. He'll drive 4 hours for food.
Cause hey, I have someone that's kind of a neighbor. See, I like Georgia though, cause Georgia's a nice little hub state. It's one of the coastal states too. So we get nice little breezes and whatnot. So
Right.
so there's that. We're close to Florida. We're close to Alabama, Tennessee. I think nearby. So South Carolina. I'm like a 20, 30-minute drive from South Carolina. I used to be like a 10-minute drive or a 5-minute drive, but we moved a little further away from the border. But yeah.
I know what's wrong now.
What? Oh, you figured it out?
Yeah.
Your tech problem?
Yep. My driver service USB audio cable needs to be rebooted. So my mic, basically what I said earlier, my computer needs to be rebooted.
Oh.
It's just sorry if you got to do some editing today, man.
Oh, Scotty, it's all right. I got filters and compression.
Scotty's in Kentucky
biggie.
too, dude. Dude, my brother-in-law and my
What are the odds of that?
brother-in-law and his wife live in Louisville too. He's a nerd.
That's awesome. I'm actually very surprised. I wasn't expecting to get that many people in the chat tonight. But yeah, later on, I want to speak through things because I want to talk about some of the gaming. We're gonna go back to the roots, guys, and talk gaming.
Okay.
But
so you're good, right?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
Good, but
back
go
to
ahead.
If
Go ahead,
you
go ahead.
are new to Horseplay, welcome to our geeky sanctuary. Horseplay Live is where geeks come to play, and if you're dealing with us two, 9 times out of 10 you get in trouble. So it's okay. It is we check that box for a mature audience only. It's okay. But we are a flagship talk show, flagship radio talk show for geekyantics.net in collaboration with allgames.com. Our show covers the aspects of geek culture, special focus on indie games, and strategy games, technologies. Gotta love our rants because we do it no matter what. And of course, the social issues that geeks face and community events. We love collaborating with all and shout out and all our fellow geeks. So if you mention us, let us know. We'll return the love definitely on HorsePLAY Live. That is every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, on Twitch channels Geeky Antics and Yogzilla. Sorry, I heard somebody say that the other day, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, people do that, get that wrong. It's so phonetically friendly.
Yagi. It's like you're like, what's his name? I was like Yogizilla. I don't even see that. Really? Take the Zilla off, and what do you see? Oh, like Yogi Bear. Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's actually kind of why I like my name, because when I meet someone for the first time online, whether I go to someone's channel or I'm playing an online game, it's an automatic benchmark of intelligence. If they automatically say Yogzilla, I'm like, yeah, you're
Dum dum.
illiterate. So, da-da-da-da.
Hey, Yagizilla, how are you? Hey.
I mean, Yagizilla isn't so bad. They're trying, but Yogzilla, like, you missed a whole letter. Are you even trying, bro?
You missed the I, dude. It's still in there, I promise.
The I is silent, apparently. I don't know how to say my own name. And the same thing with my real name, Yomar. People started to try to like change my name as if I spelled
Omar.
it wrong, said it wrong.
Like the
Like,
Y
hey,
is silent, dude.
yeah, Omar, or they try to call me Yamar or Jamar, or like make it sound really weird, like Yo Mar. It's easy. Stop it.
Janelle, I don't know her. Janelle's probably having some turkey with her family. We didn't really bother her tonight.
Yeah, I saw her streaming earlier, and she's been having a bit of a rough week, so I didn't ping her to like remind her about the show, but she's here in spirit. I mean, she ended her stream early, so I figured, yeah, if she ended her stream early, like she ended it like a couple hours ago, I figured she just has plans, or just wasn't feeling that good.
Right. Well, before we jump into the obligatory news, let's give thanks for on this fine Thanksgiving. I'll go first, if that's all right with you. I do really appreciate it, and I tweeted it earlier. And the most thing that I'm thankful for, of course, is my family. I love my family, my son, my wife, with all my heart. And then my online family too. You guys do mean a lot to me. No matter how much I say it, oh, it's so mushy. Oh, Obi's getting soft. No, I'm not. I'm still an asshole, just like always. But I want to give thanks to you guys, though. You guys are here every week. You guys cheer us up when I'm down. I'm not feeling that good, but I'm having fun. So I really appreciate you guys, being my online family, hashtag, and then, of course, the people I got to deal with every day. So, but yeah, I'm thankful for that the most. Yogi?
So yeah, I joked when I was asked at the table, "What to be thankful for?" Stop it! It's not gonna be that long. But
You're
I
pretty
joked and said,
long-winded, though, buddy. Just saying.
I am, but it keeps things going. But I joked and I said I'm thankful that we had a turkey that wasn't rotten, because a couple of years ago we had on Thanksgiving Day, I know you're supposed to try to like, you know, season the turkey. Ideally, you want to season it ahead of time and let it sit in the fridge so it properly thaws out. But we did it the day before, and then the morning of, get up early. We were about to cook it, and I have some cleaning with lemon and vinegar. I'm like, what's that smell? And it was rotted. I tried to clean it, and I was like, maybe it's the giblets. Nope, it was just a bad turkey, and I think it was bad in the store, but it was frozen, so you couldn't tell.
I'd have been
So that
pissed off.
sucked.
Just
Yeah.
saying, I'd have been pissed.
That Thanksgiving we had dinner around 11 p.m. Fortunately, we didn't have anyone over. It was just our immediate household. But
Right.
yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I
But
would have been straight up pissed off, dude. Sorry to say it, but I would have been.
yo, that's why I'm very thankful, because we got to enjoy everything on time. We had a nice pace. Everybody pitched in. It felt like real family. We weren't stressing out.
Mhm.
So we actually got to enjoy it. We got to watch some football, listen to some music. They were shooting we were shooting composite bows in the backyard on some targets.
I need to know something. This is very
What's up?
important. Okay? And this is very important for my team. Who won that game? Please
The
say
Lions.
49ers. No, just say please 49ers won the game.
Oh no! Last I checked, the Seahawks were destroying them.
Oh,
Well, I won't say destroying them, but they
man.
were on a scoring drive, and it was. It's. I just saw the first half because I didn't want to get any more hooked, and
All right,
we had to the
ESPN,
show.
here I come. I got,
But
dude, this is why.
the deep
Lions won.
dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Though. Let me tell you something though. Defense, top two defenses against each other. It's a really good game to watch, dude. You're gonna like it.
Lions are the #1 defense in the NFL, sir. Thank you.
I'd beg to differ. I would
I
say
know
this.
I beg to differ too. That's what they say every single week. The #1 defense in the NFL,
I would.
which are
I
still
would
the Lions.
say.
They hold people to less than 25 rushing yards a game, passing
Okay.
yards less than 160. So, we're #1.
All right.
I don't want to talk about it
It's
anymore.
all
Next,
right.
next
Let me
topic.
reset. I believe they're number 1 and 2 in terms of points allowed against.
No, yards.
No. I'm talking about the 49ers and Seahawks they have the top defenses in terms of points allowed.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say okay. You
Not
gotta
yards.
clarify yourself, sir.
Okay. They're not
Seahawks won.
overall. I didn't say that they're overall top defenses,
Okay,
but the
I'm just making sure myself.
points allowed is a big one.
Hmm.
Just like another big one that I think is significant is interceptions. Because if you get those interceptions, those are game changers.
All right. Well, but the points allowed is it is a big one because you can rush for 300 yards and have 0 points. Or you
Yeah,
can pass
exactly.
for 500 yards and have 0 points because your kicker sucks or your receivers drop balls or whatever. I mean, you can
Ultimately,
have that, but it's
what
all
happens
mixed
in
in
the red zone?
together,
Yeah, what happens in the red zone? That's where it really counts.
right?
Though, yards allowed is important,
I,
but what
I'm
happens in the red zone, that's the key thing. Once they get close to that end zone, it's like, are they going to score? If they don't, it was all for nothing. There was a lot of that today, too, in the games. But
right.
anyway, before I get into that.
Well, and we'll give a recap real fast because I'm on ESPN.com right now, and the 3 games that were today was Chicago and Detroit. Detroit won 34-17. Philadelphia and Dallas. Philly blew them out 33-10, and then 2 seconds, 1 second. The game is over right now. Seattle just won 19-3.
Wow, they
Screw you,
really locked.
Seattle. This is for you.
They
For those that are listening to the
Seattle
podcast,
really
I
shut
got a
down their
big middle finger.
offense.
Yes, they did. Big
But
time.
to be fair, I used to be well, I won't say huge, but I was a pretty big Niners fan, and they have Antoine Bolden. I always
Hmm.
want to make call him something else. I always want to call him Anquan for some reason, but Antoine Bolden, who used to be in the Cardinals, right? Like, not the Cardinals. What's the Arizona team? Football.
Uh,
What's
yeah, Phoenix. It's Arizona Cardinals.
it is the Cardinals. Okay,
Hmm.
and that team was
Is it
pretty
Phoenix?
decent.
Phoenix Cardinals? No, it's
Oh
just
yeah,
Arizona.
yeah. He was good on that team, and then he moved over to Niners, and I don't
Sucks.
know. I think he's on and off. Like sometimes he's really really good, and then sometimes it's like he's not even there. But I'm telling you, the Seahawks shut them down. Like wow, it's a fun game to watch, regardless of which team you like. But I want to say Cody said he's thankful for God Switch. I'm thankful for the same things.
I'm so sorry, Yogi.
What?
You're right.
Oh, I see that.
It's Seattle is in number the defense is ranked by yards. Yards given basically. Seattle's got 3265, San Fran's got 3301, and Detroit has 3342. Okay. But anyway,
So
it's what, week 11, and Detroit was out of that many weeks, Detroit was number 9. You got to think about it. 2 seasons ago, they were 0-16.
I tell you what, I think weren't the Lions on like a 25 drive like streak of getting no scores, and then today they flipped that around and went on like 3 consecutive drives, scoring drives
And
in a row.
right now, they have the most fourth quarter comebacks in this for the
Nice.
season. Well, they've had to do it every week.
The garbage time. You
They
gotta
had
like
to,
the garbage
they've
time.
had to do it every single week, man. They fall behind in the third quarter, and all of a sudden, okay, Stafford's like, all right, got to come back again. And he hasn't even been using Megatron either.
And you know what?
We're gonna snowball this into a topic we don't even not even
Well,
on our show notes.
Megatron eighth season, and he's still. I mean, he's beat up. He's getting older. I mean, this is a young man sport, but he's still doing it up. But
Yeah,
you're
you got
right.
to remember too that he fucked up his wrist and his
Yeah,
knee in preseason game 3. So
yeah.
and then week 1 of the regular season.
Well, if you
So
saw him today, it didn't look he was injured. Put.
exactly, but
He's
he's
still doing.
still right. But he's still at 85, 90%. That's it. I mean, he's not a full
Yeah,
100, and 90% is really good, especially for a guy that has 15 feet. Literally, the guy. And I'm not playing with you guys. 15 feet of span to where if you throw the ball 15 feet this way, the fucker's gonna catch it
yeah.
or
And
at least get a hand on it. I mean,
he gets some air. He gets some air too. He gets up there like you
he's
would
got
think he's a
like a
basketball player.
52-inch vertical leap or some shit like that. He's huge.
Yeah, he's crazy. But yeah. Don't get me started. But I'd say I like Stafford, but Stafford sometimes it's like he doesn't see him. It's like, but a lot of quarterbacks have that issue.
But you got to
They
remember too that they are double teaming him at
oh
least double teaming him every time he runs out. So when he does
oh
get him the ball, he's not wide open by any means
yeah.
unless Megatron does some crazy juke shit and winds up down 60 yards down the field wide open.
Yeah, with him, with that offense, that you gotta go man to man. If you do zone, you're gonna have some issues. You maybe
Oh,
certain
Stafford will
spending.
pick you apart. I'm sorry, he's not the best quarterback, and he's had to improve. Like this past year, he's improved his footwork and just getting everything to where he's an actual decent NFL quarterback. But it's to the point where he's got to keep working because, like I said, 2
You'll
years
find
ago, 16,
you'll
0 and
find a
16.
you'll find those pockets if you leave them. If you leave them there, he'll see them.
Yeah, he'll pick you apart. But
But
any quarterback that's been in the league for a couple of seasons knows now. I mean, not many teams play zone, and if you can't recognize it as soon as they do, you're going to miss some passes.
yeah, which is weird because I saw some zone defense today, and I was like, wow, there's so many freaking openings in there. Oh my God, it's
Hmm.
terrible. They even they picked it apart in the highlights. But anyway. For those that don't like football, we apologize, but I'm thankful for football. It's a fun sport. I like it because on the surface, it's sweaty people being meatheads and very visceral, and that part is fun.
Hmm.
But on underneath it, there's so much strategy and tactics and just it's an intelligent sport if you really think about it, and the different plays and really being able to recognize what people are about to do. It's fun when the more you learn those plays and you understand the different teams and their playbooks, you're like, oh, they're gonna try to go for this. They're gonna go for a QB smash. Oh, they're gonna do a QB sneak. They're gonna do a shotgun play here. It's like you start picking that up and you're like, oh my gosh, it's like Madden right in front of my eyes. Yeah. From a gamer perspective, when you watch football, that's what happens. Like, I've seen this on Madden.
Yeah. I used to do that, man. Let's see if it works. Ooh, nope. Does not work at all.
So yeah, I'm thankful for the things. I'm with Cody. I'm thankful for Twitch, God. I don't want to get all religious thing, guys, but definitely faith keeps you going on those tough days. Oh, Cody is having tech problems. Oh, the Twitch app, another one bites the dust. Well, I'm sorry to hear you having problems. Hope you can stick around. But yeah, it sucks that you have to upgrade to Twitch Turbo to get the app to behave properly. Cause that app is pretty brutal. Whether you're on 4G or Wi-Fi on a tablet or a phone, it's like very spotty.
I don't have a
And
problem.
even well, I hear this from a lot of people. And even on a computer, people will watch different streams and they're like, "Why does it keep cutting out?" It's like, okay, it can't be me all the time. And I'll go to other people's streams and they have an awesome setup, and their Twitch streams cutting out. I think there's something going on with Twitch. Like someone said, they're cooking up a nuclear weapon. But anyway, let us know what you're thankful for. Send us a tweet at Geeky Antics, at Obi1X2, at YogiZilla, or voicemail 206-415-4987. But I want to say this is what I'm really thankful for. So get to what I really want to say. Stop it, Obi. we had a good discussion about football. Let me share my feels, man.
I'm not saying nothing.
You started snoring. I heard it.
I did not.
Okay. But I'm really thankful and humbled by all the support that I've gotten lately with my consulting work. People are remembering me. They're like, someone was talking to me. They needed this kind of work done. You do that kind of stuff, don't you? Or people are telling me their friends about me, and that's the kind of stuff that's awesome. Because people that know, like, I don't just do social media stuff. I don't just do web design. I do ghostwriting. There's a lot of services that I offer, and if I can't do it, I could point you in the right direction. So if it's techie, online marketing, content oriented, creative kind of stuff, come my way, and that definitely helps out. And the Twitch stream support, man, Obi, I was just, I said, hey, I miss streaming. Let me try to just stream more consistently, and I was just having fun. And
Right.
so I'm gonna do a quick stream. I intended to do like a 2 hour stream. It turned to like an 8 hour stream because
Damn.
everybody just kept hyped, and I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave because it's like everybody was in the chat. And we were having good conversation. They were enjoying my gameplay. I think I can't leave now. Especially on SoulForge and Dungeon of the Endless. And then yesterday, I wanted to do a quick stream, just because I knew I wouldn't get a chance to do it today because it's gonna be so busy, and I didn't want to be rude to guests. And it was just amazing how much encouragement I got because a lot of times, you know how it is. People usually don't take you seriously if you don't work a 9 to 5 job. You know, so when you get that encouragement, when people are like uplifting and it just are cheering you on, it's awesome. Last night I did a brief stream, maybe like 3 hours, and I got over $100 in donations. I was like, damn. And I was just like taken back, like, not all about the money. I don't want people to think about that, but I'm not gonna lie, it helps out because this is one of the ways that I put food on the table for my family. So when I saw that and all the donation alerts started popping out and stuff, and it's just I don't know, I was speechless, man. I'm getting a little choked up, but it was very unexpected to get all that love. I met a ton of new people just this past week alone, and the feedback that I got from people that was priceless on its own. That was a treasure on its own. 'Cause I know not everybody can afford to donate, and I don't expect people to, but just the feedback people were giving, like, "Oh man, your stream quality is great." I'm like, "Really? Is it? Thank you." I thought it sucked, but to hear people say that, and they was just here and they were hanging out and they were just having a good conversation. I'm like, "Thanks, man." It's like I like your setup. It's really cool. You have a really good mic. You have like the best sound quality I've heard in all of this stream. Like, wow, okay. At least I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
So yeah, just thank you to everyone that's been there. That just there's not a lot of people you can count on in life, but to know that you have true friends, online and offline, people you can really go to and rely on, and even the littlest of things, it means a lot. And we had a ball, man. We'll talk about it later, but it was awesome having everybody there. BFT was there, and a bunch of new people, Jerk Nuts, Deckard, who was MIA for a while, but he came back, and we had a great night. Ex Jolly Llama, he's part of our stream team,
Hmm.
and he's coming back to stream. He's doing some WoW,
Seems like
but
you always catch me too when I'm doing something.
I was streaming for a while, so I gave you plenty of time to pop in.
I was practicing with a team, dude, so I was.
Well, last night was, yeah, like I said, last night was just
I'm
different,
trying
but
not to say nothing to nobody yet, so.
I understand. But yeah, your reaction last night was great. Like, what the fuck is this? We'll talk about that in a little bit, but let's get into our kickoff section where we really get some focus going.
The obligatory news. What's up, guys? Sorry, I couldn't help it. The Game Awards 2014 by. How do you say that?
Geoff Keighley.
Keeley. Keeley. Okay, he
Actually, I'm
put it in
sorry.
pronounced.
I'm sorry. I actually pronounced Jeff Keighley.
Okay.
But every time I see his name, I want to say Geoff. When I see it written, it's Jeff Keighley.
But they bring us a nice mixed bag of gaming treats. Staff members included folks from a group of 28 publications, Polygon included. Go ahead with this, Yogi, because I'm losing myself here.
Oh, it's all right. So, just a quick
Sorry.
backdrop. Unless you're really big into the gaming journalism, the name Jeff Keighley may not mean much to you, but he used to be one of the main people on G4 TV. He's a freelance games journalist, and he's probably one of the few people that you could say is like at the front line. Like pretty much most of the news you see in media outlets originates to the same few people, and Jeff Keighley is one of them. I don't keep up with him that much, but I know a lot of people feel like he's like the definitive go-to guy for a lot of things, and people like his personality because like he feels like gaming journalism or just journalism as a whole needs to be more investigative and more, and there needs to be more research done and more opinion pieces and things that are useful beyond just game reviews and the usual banter. So anyway, he's also one of the hosts, if I'm not mistaken, of Spike TV's Game Awards, which apparently is still a thing. But Jeff Keighley apparently started his own Game Awards thing. Well, I don't know if it's the same as the. No, this is separate from the Spike TV thing. Apparently, it's his own show. But he was the host of Spike TV's Game Awards, which
Yeah.
they're still doing apparently. But so yeah, they're gonna do so they took a bunch of people from different things, like 28 publications, which includes Polygon, I think Kotaku, and a bunch of other big ones, Giant Bomb and IGN, all those.
Well,
Um,
it says right here, um, Keeley can still be seen as a correspondent on another G4 show, The Electric Playground, and
okay,
his
yep,
work
yep.
can be read in monthly columns on GameFly website, which that's where I've seen. That's where I recognize him, because I'm GameFly all the way, you know. Keeley is also an executive producer of the Spike TV Video Game Awards. So,
There you go.
um, and that's right here from Wikipedia. So I had to look him up real fast because I knew who he was, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then I
How does the name sound familiar?
exactly,
When
I'm
you
like,
see it written, you're like, wait a minute. It's not very phonetically friendly. Not like Yogi Zilla or Obi-Wan X2.
mine's not either because everybody fucks my shit up no matter what.
Ah, bastards. But so I think there's still time to make the list of candidates. I don't know if they closed the list off completely yet, but they to qualify, all the games on the list have to have been released on or before November 25th. So that's one of the things to qualify. But anyway, the awards show will be live streamed on the web starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. See, nice time slot on December 5th. I don't know if that's is that a Thursday or that sounds like it'd be a Thursday. That's probably not important. But anyway, if you go to polygon.com, you can see more information on it. Oh no, it's a Friday. Okay, it's a Friday. I stand corrected. I was close enough. But yeah, Polygon.com, they have a good article on it because obviously they're involved with it, so they're pretty proud of the whole operation. Another thing in gaming news, Smite is coming to the Xbox One.
Yeah, I saw that. I had mentioned that on Sunday. That was Sunday. It
Oh, did you?
is.
Yeah, I think you did
Yeah.
mention. Yeah.
Coming to Xbox One, we were talking about that, and I was like, yeah, don't care. Wish it'd come PlayStation.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll come eventually. Exclusivity is kind of a lost thing. No one's gonna have those kind of loyalties anymore if they're smart.
Yeah,
The
they're
only
just
thing
shooting themselves in the foot if they do.
Yeah. The only thing that's gonna be exclusive is like in-house stuff, first party stuff. Like Nintendo. Like you're not gonna see much Nintendo stuff ported over anywhere else. They're supposedly gonna be doing stuff on mobile devices,
I was
so
gonna say that. I was gonna be like,
yeah.
don't be surprised if you don't start seeing Mario Brothers on your freaking apps, Mario
Yeah.
Brothers Worlds or Sonic the Hedgehog, and you can just play. You can already do that on your phone.
Yes, technically. Um,
Technically,
but more mobile stuff. More mobile stuff. Tome is now on Steam. What I like about Tome, I already see you're gonna say something bad about it. Stop. Restrain yourself. It's a fast-paced game. Look, Tome, it's not as deep as Smite, League of Legends,
fuck that
uh,
game.
Dota 2, whatever. whatever your game of choice is. But if you want a quick fix, get a match done in like 10 minutes, it's fun. And it's very simplified.
I went and played League the other day. Never again. I don't. It's really funny because I've been playing Smite a lot. I've been playing, and then of course Dawn Gate and everything, and then to quit League of Legends and being fairly decent at it. I'm not gonna say I was the best, but fairly decent at it. Could raise up in rank to go where I'm gone for 2 months from League of Legends and I know nothing. Nothing. Like there's a new map and everything, which is really nice. The map is awesome.
Yeah, it is a nice map.
The changes that they made to the cosmetic changes to the creeps. The actual little bug, the beetle in the river, which is an optional creep. It's really quite interesting. I mean, the jungle changes are going to be really crazy over here, the 4.2 patch or 4.20. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be, it won't be to the point where junglers can just go in and hurry up and clear. They need a proper leash. They need some fucking junglers. The jungle creeps hit hard.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that it's the jungle fights are pretty brutal and the camps are just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But BFT makes a good point. Tome, he said he tried Tome earlier in the week. Too much of the same for a guy that's not a MOBA fan, but he did like Smite. Yeah, if you don't like League of Legends or Dota 2, chances are you're not gonna like Tome. Smite's one that's very different. Well, let's talk about one that's not as different, but yet it is, which is Strife. And so for people that missed the news on this, it is an open beta. I have to say I like the art style of this a lot more than maybe even League of Legends. And what I like about it most, even though it is very similar to League of Legends in many ways, what I love about this game is that all the gold is shared. So no more fighting with people, no people bickering like,
Yeah, creeps don't
oh,
matter. Creeps don't
yeah,
matter at all.
yeah, but you still have to try to worry about last hitting because if you're neutral, if your armies, if your creeps get the kill, the last hit, then you don't get gold. But a gold is shared amongst all heroes, all champions. So that's really cool. So that's what's checking out. And you know what? It's a great time to be a mobile player. And it might be a good time to give them a chance. Cody wants to know if you have dip because you spit in a bottle.
Don't know what
You've
you're
been
talking about.
you've been found out.
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
So anyway,
Uh-huh.
and some not so much gaming talk. All this ongoing talk about Gamergate. And and I don't want to sound insensitive, guys. We've had this discussion before. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. You know, uh, but I swear, I'm
It's
anyone
happened.
that knows me,
It's out again.
it is.
Sorry,
But I want
I just read
anyone
it.
that knows me, anyone that knows me. I just want to say this. Obi doesn't give a crap. He'll tell you how it is. But I tend to be very. I'll listen. I tend to be nice.
I'm a
Not that I
dick.
sugarcoat things, but I try to listen to all sides of the argument, right? And I'm usually sympathetic, if not empathetic, to what people feel. But every time I see hashtag Gamergate or hashtag Ferguson, I can't help but facepalm or eye roll a little bit. I'm not gonna get into all of it, but what maybe in the future we'll talk about it offline or on my stream if you want to ask me, catch me on my stream. But I don't want to bring it into you because it's gonna get political or whatever, and people are gonna get sensitive. But it's worth talking about this elusive Bechdel test. I think that's how you pronounce it, Bechdel. The Bechdel test states that content must one have at least two women in it. Two, they must talk to each other. And three, the conversations must be about something other than a man. And this test is supposed to prove that the content in question, whether it's a movie or a video game, is feminist friendly. It's woman friendly. It's not chauvinist. I see that criteria being quite flawed. In fact, I would argue that it is creating sexism of a different kind.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically saying, "Oh, men are ugly. Like men have cooties. Don't talk about them." And you know, there's actually video game companies and other entertainment organizations that are embracing this benchmark, even though it kind of started out as a joke. It was start This whole Bechdel test was named after a gal that wrote she illustrated a comic strip. I think it was in a newspaper or something, or in some kind of, I think in a book that she actually wrote or something. And it was, two lesbians having a conversation. And it was just meant to kind of be tongue in cheek. She didn't expect it to become like a policy or a paradigm shift or whatever, some kind of belief system. And it's just kind of funny. But anyway, amongst these adopters of this test are four Swedish cinemas and a Scandinavian cable television channel that's called Visat Film, I believe. Um, but it's funny. The Bechdel test was almost unintentionally started in 1985, but it only started to enter the zeitgeist in recent years, like 2010-ish. All of a sudden, people started talking about this thing that, happened over 15 years ago, that came about over 15 years ago. So I just feel like this thing is just more fodder for people to start trolling and get into silly debates because the more we create, the more that we identify boundaries, the more we create boundaries. The more that we avidly fight against a stereotype to the point of secluding ourselves from that stereotype, the more we create new stereotypes and more separation, more isolation, more alienation, and it's just silly. It's self-defeating. So I don't know. I'm not trying to get everybody to go kumbaya and roast some marshmallows over the open fire, make some s'mores, but it'd
Well,
be nice.
it's getting on that note, and I'm not talking about Gamergate, but it's kind of what it is, what it's all been going on. You know, making it feminist friendly. Um, I'm really sorry. I don't care if you're a woman or a dude. You can't handle fucking a little bit of trolling. I mean, if they're sitting there talking about, oh, stop, you whore, you're showing your titties. Okay, now there's a fine line, and I'm gonna say this one time. There's a fine line between having a good time being a woman and having clothes on. And then the other part of it is having a good time being a woman and having very little clothes on. I'm not dogging, I'm not gay, I'm not none like that shit, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular. Okay? We all know who I don't like. We're not gonna mention her. But I was going across some streams and I was just watching League of Legends, all right? And 9 times out of 10, when I go onto a League of Legends stream, I go all the way to the bottom and see, what people are playing later. They had 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 viewers, whatever. That way, because that's, you get good shout outs for that. That means they get more viewers and everybody's sort of win-win. Well,
Yep.
I popped on there. I was like, oh, another girl gamer. Because you know me, I look for girl gamers because I like to see what they can do. Because they're getting dogged on so much. Oh, girl gamer this, girl gamer this, girl blah blah blah. So I want to help them out if I can. Give them shout outs, do whatever we need to do because of the talk show. Well, I came in there, and I'm not lying to you, man. You know how I had your camera last week? I blew it up and everything when you were dancing?
Yeah.
She had her camera that big, okay?
The whole time?
Picture, now, and this is for those that have sensitive hearing. Hit mute button for a minute. Okay, picture her titties, all right? As big as my fucking head. She has a tank top on. A wife beater tank top with a bra, and these things are so big that when she just when she does this, reaches her hand out to the outside, they just move this way. They're like triple F. And then she's wondering why she's getting trolled and why she's being called a slut and a whore.
I'm not saying that's right, but don't encourage it either.
It's not right by any means. But what I'm saying is, if you get online, it's just like and hear me out when I say this. It's just like one of those little 15-year-olds that want to dress like a fucking hooker and then is pissed off that she's getting hit on and then possibly raped that night. Well, it's your fault. You put yourself out there. You dress like a streetwalker or a hooker, and you're only 15 years old. Well, is that the girl's fault or is that the parents' fault? A little bit of both. It's the same thing. Don't put yourself out there if you don't want to be made fun of. Okay, if I really cared, and I'm going to put my head out there, if I really cared what people thought about this right here, I'd shave it every day, all day, or I'd wear a bandana like Yogi. I don't care. Oh, you got dentures, Obi. Ha ha ha. Hey, it happens. I acquired gum disease. I had lost them. It's all good. I don't give a damn. That's what trolls do. They just want to see what you're gonna do, what your reaction is. If you put yourself out there, you're gonna get the reaction that you don't want. Or if you put yourself out there in a good way, you're gonna get the reaction that you want. I mean, it's a fine line, guys. You guys, let's talk about something else, dude.
Well, you do bring a good point, and then we'll move on. I'm sending a tweet out. People are asking me for when's the next podcast. They're assuming we took tonight off. No, we're here.
We are live.
But what's interesting is there is more disparity. There are more differences beyond simple social constructs, which means that if we just look at things as black and white versus white or man versus woman, we're missing the big picture, because the men get trolled just as much, but for different reasons. You know, it's not like we don't. People assume like a lot of these arguments make it seem like men have it easy. Like we just go streaming and everybody's friendly and honky dory and you know everything's beautiful. No, we get trolled too. And actually, I would say we get trolled harder because you know a lot of the times on the girl gamer streams, people are trying to get on her good side so they could hope, oh, maybe she'll like me and she'll become my friend, maybe my girlfriend.
Maybe she'll Skype me and show me her titties.
Well, or that. Maybe she'll add me on Facebook. You know, when it's a dude, like when dudes are together, when bros are together, we just let each other have it. And it ain't pretty all the time. Like it's one thing to troll each other just for fun, like give each other a hard time, you know, like a quick purple nurple or something. And then there's another thing to just be a total jerk, you know, a total dick.
That's nasty. So, that hurts, dude. You'd hurt me when you said that.
What, the purple nurple?
Yeah, man.
They do hurt. That's not a good way to fool around with your guy friends, guys. I don't know. Find nice ways. Purple nipples do hurt. I remember one time having my nipples actually like bleed during gym class because my friend thought it'd be funny. My best friend thought it'd be funny to give me purple nipple. So I gave him one back, and I did it like 10 times harder. I swear I almost ripped that thing off. Yeah, this is what guys do. Quality time together with the bros. But speaking of trolling, Obi, recently we noted some trolling in one of our favorite games on Steam Greenlight. In fact, and by the way, this goes back to one of our only developer interviews on this show. We have more coming though. I actually have been talking to the developer of Fire with Fire and the developer of Choice Chamber, which is in beta 2 right now. So it's no longer an alpha or prototype phase anymore. Beta 2 is out, and I have it, so I'll be streaming it for you guys if you're not in on the beta. And we'll get a couple other developers that are coming on board. But anyway, Steam Greenlight has Armada Online, and I was just going in. I like to check in at least once a month at the very least. I try to do it like weekly at the very least, but sometimes things happen. But I check in often, and I noticed something in there. There's a little troubling. There's a kind of attitude that was demonstrated that the designation of a game as an alpha is not appropriate. And there seems to be an overall attitude a lot of times with different games, not just Armada Online. But people feel that the designation of alpha is commensurate with the time spent developing it, which is not true. A game could be an alpha for years, whether it's 2 years or 5 years. That may be news to a lot of people. Whether you label something an alpha, a beta, early access, release, whatever, full release, partial release, whatever prototype. There's so many different labels. They're not arbitrary though. Usually, there's a little variation, but these are very specific things, and they're all indications of development cycles and pacing. Now, that pacing is heavily impacted by funding, because you need money to develop games one way or another. And if it's online, someone's got to pay to run the servers, or volunteer to host it for free. And there's other responsibilities: marketing, graphic, visual assets.
Right.
Music, sound effects. Unless you're fortunate and you have like a 1 or 2 man team and you could do all those things yourself, at least as placeholders, which happens a lot too. And right now with I'm Right Online, they have Mark, which we interviewed, Mark Jordan, great guy, and Roger, and they're doing this as a labor of love. So anyway, when indie developers are bootstrapping a labor of love, we cannot judge them by the standards we judge big studio releases or fully backed, fully funded indie projects. So to the individual that wrote, "This is why we can't have good things. People vote and back crap games like this," shame on you. Because not just because these are our friends over with Armada Online, but because that's just a jackass thing to say.
Well,
No value.
It doesn't matter really to me, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't matter if the game's been, out for 6 months, 2 years, whether they're our friends or not. You just don't say something about that. Especially, are you the one making this game? Are you the one spending the hours and years on this game and trying to make it a success? No, shut the fuck up. Thanks. Have a great day.
Yeah, pretty much. Pork chop in the house. Happy Thanksgiving, man. That's right. I totally butchered his name. I can't type tonight. I've had a little bit to drink, and I might have more later.
Just
I might
a
even
little.
stream after the show.
How's my voice now? Is it better?
Sounds very nice, very very warm and soothing.
I took the this thing off. For some reason this thing is just really makes it. I need to get the screen for in front of it.
Oh yeah, it's good to have both the pop filter and the windscreen, I feel. But anyway, I just wanted to say that because that bothers me. Because people don't understand the work that goes into it. If it's a labor of love and it's a free-to-play game, for Pete's sake, it's costing you nothing. Don't completely shit on someone's dream. This is a game
What level
that
are you
Mark
now?
and Roger, huh?
What level are you now?
I haven't played in a little while. I had to play some more. I
Gotta
do.
catch up, dude.
Yeah, but
I'm max level already.
damn, you've been busy.
Yeah, I have.
You never tell me when you get on there. I need to get on there, but
Check your Steam,
need to
man.
touch-
I'm on Steam the whole time. Come on. That's no excuse, Yogi. Zilla.
I need to touch base with Mark because I saw a game that looks like it is trying to tread on what they're trying to do. Spaz 2, which is coming out
I saw that too.
next year.
The Explorer
next
Space
year.
game.
Yeah, so I gotta talk to them. We got your back, Mark.
We
and,
do.
and Roger. But anyway, moving on. On a more positive note, Irrational Games is now hiring a year after they reported they were winding down. And I'd like to say this is a positive sign for the gaming industry and the economy alike. Now, there's other people that say, well, yeah, hiring is nice. It shows that the company has money and they have projects and there's progress. But some people say, well, they might just be hiring temporarily, and as soon as the project's done, they fire people, which is kind of how a lot of, at least the big studio, that's how they run. They keep like a small core team, and then like everybody else, like they hire is just for a specific project, and when the project's done, bye bye. But yeah, so we got now, Obi.
Well, this is the time of the show, guys, where we are going through our man crushes and geek girls. If you'd like to be a guest or suggest your favorite man crushes or geek girls, contact us via Twitter, allgames.com, or our official gang website at geekyantics.net. We'd love to hang out with you. For now, let's share our geeks of the week. Yogi, what's your geek of the week?
My geeky of the week is another streamer, of course. I usually pick streamers.
A gang member too.
Yes, Cupcake Noms, who recently joined us, and we're still getting her onboarded. We're gonna soon have a little team meeting, so like we could get into know each other's like streaming schedules and just overall schedules and where it's best to reach each other, all that kind of stuff. Because the whole idea with the stream team is that we're trying to make it so that when someone ends the stream, you host someone else, and in that way you keep your channel going like almost 24/7 and help each other out. You know, retweeting, promoting events that you're doing. Maybe you're doing fundraising, whatever it is. So we're doing that. And Cupcake Noms, I just love her attitude. She's always positive. You know, she's always welcoming, and she recognizes when people support her on and off stream, which is important. Because it really, like, you know, I mention this a lot, but it really burns me up when like you tell someone, "Hey, we shouted you out on our podcast," and "Oh, hey, we advertised what you're doing on our website," and we're getting more and more traffic on the website, even though we haven't been updating it as much with like blog posts and new pages or whatever. I know I'm working
You've
on
been
it.
quite busy, buddy.
I have, but even with in spite of that, we're still getting tons of hits, especially on the older content.
Mhm.
And so, you know, if we give you free advertising, when there's people that want to pay for advertising on the site, I know it's kind of a big deal. Someone says that, hey, I put a banner up for your Twitch stream on my site. At least say thank you so much, and sound like you mean it. That's the very least. And Company Noms, she always does that. She's just super excited and super appreciative. She understands this concept of Thanksgiving.
Just wait, Porky.
Just
He
wait
goes,
for it.
"What's up, Obi? No love?" Wait.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Mhm.
What about what's your pick?
Well, for the guy that has no love, I've been watching quite a bit and lurking a lot. Every time he goes live, I'm watching him, of course. NBA, FIFA, GTA 5, if I'm not mistaken. Pork chops. So, yeah, Porky, show you some love. There you go. It. Biatch. Watch him go, oh, my bad, dog.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you know, you guys, you know, anybody that and everybody that I watch, and I have quite a few followers. I love all you because, and a non-streamer, but he's my geek. I got to give it up for Chewy too.
Yeah.
Last week, you guys know, I had some issues with my PC overheating and everything, and Chewy came over, and bam, 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 it was done. Like, so, thanks to you, buddy, for getting me back going.
We got to get him back on the show.
Yes, he not this coming week. The first or second week in January. I've already got it set up. I'll let you know.
Yeah, we should get him on more often because we mention him so much, and I'm sure like newer listeners are like, "Who the hell is Chewy?"
You'll know when you see him. Trust
He's
me.
Are you talking about Charleston Chews? Ooh, Charleston Chews is good.
Now I'm talking about Chewy, as in Chewy.
What's better, a Charleston Chew or a Mary Jane? If you'd have to worry about things getting stuck to your teeth, 'kay, I know they're rough. Or caramel, like an old school caramel and
Caramel.
Look,
Because
caramel.
I don't have to eat it.
Yeah, you can just let it melt in your mouth. Oh yeah, dude.
Or sugar babies.
Sugar babies. How about Werther's? You like Werther's? Little butterscotch.
Every now and then.
Let us know in the chat. You know, I got a little bit sweet tooth, so now I just thought about sweets.
Porky goes lol. Yeah.
Oh, BFT definitely just like laid on a trump card. Nutrageous. Yeah. Like Nutrageous. My wife and I are very big on those for sure. This is a perfect candy bar for people that are indecisive. It has a little bit of everything. Whatchamacallit too. That might be one of my top.
Caramel nut. Yeah, everything.
Yeah, dude. Whatchamacallit bars. That's like top 3. That's like God tier candy bar, especially in the chocolate arena. By the way, we have a little topic to discuss, right, Obi? I know you're getting ready. He's getting ready.
Okay, good. Quickie. Guys, today's quickie. Should we play? I'm sorry. Should we be paying for incomplete games? Now, Steam, Origin, they both have them. And I say Steam and Origin because that's the only ones that popped in my head. A lot of Steam games that you get in alpha and I just bought one. I have to remember what it is, but it's in alpha still, or it's in beta still, and they still charge you $20. Should we have to do that, Yo?
Well, before we answer that, I'm gonna give a little backstory of what made me think
Of course.
about us discussing this because it's very important. This past Monday, I was watching Pixelated Pints,
PP Touch for those that need to know.
the PP Touch with and
Fred
then when I was watching it live with
Rojas.
Fred, yeah, and Jefe.
Iffy,
I like the way you say these. It sounds so Mexican.
iffy.
But a lot of great things were discussed. It was a great show. You guys definitely have to check it out. It's whatever. What was Monday? The 23rd,
Something like that. Sounds good.
24th. I don't know. Numbers OP. But a lot of great things were discussed. But there was one thing that really stood out for me, and it's the notion that we, as gamers, should not be surprised if new releases are incomplete or broken. And just hearing them talk about this just made me go, "What?" Now I know the real question here is: have things gotten so bad in the gaming industry that we now have to accept subpar products as the standard? Like that's the standard now, not the exception. Subpar products, whether they're incomplete or broken, that's the standard now.
Right. Well, and I want to say this. Now, for those people that are buying these games, I've done it, but you got to remember too, when you buy this game, what is it? Is it a complete game? Are they selling it as a complete game? If it's not, shut the fuck up. Are you serious? You know what you're buying. You know it's an alpha, or if it's a beta. If it's an alpha or a beta, that means the game's not fucking complete. You know what you're buying. Stop being a douchebag. Stop bitching like a little girl, and just do it. If you don't want it, or if you think you're gonna have problems with it, check out YouTube videos. Check out other people that play it. Don't just buy it and say, "Oh, this is shit." That's what you get. And I'm saying it to anybody, and that's if you're if you've done this, and I'll call myself the same thing. But if you have done this and you start bitching, you're a dumbass. Just chill. It doesn't make any sense. You know what you're buying, so no. I mean, I don't want to get too big on a rant, but for it's just it boggles me. I was reading Reddit the other day, okay, and I'm trying to get a little bit more on Reddit and try to learn how to use it because Reddit's a very powerful tool in social media, and it can be trolly, but it can be a very very powerful tool for people to see you and know who you are. What was being said was people were talking about, I can't remember the game for the life of me, but they kept saying, I think wasn't Strife. Maybe? No, it was a MOBA. But they were talking about, oh my god, this game sucks, and this game's this, and this game's this. And then, okay. But you play it every day. You come back every single day. Or you bought it, and you play, and I see you online all the time, and you're playing that game. You have no reason, period. I don't care if you're ragging. You have no reason, period, to bitch at all. You got to know what you guys are getting. That's how it is.
Well, quick shout out, real quick to Cortez Stewart. Come on over to the main channel, Geeky Antics. But now let me make a distinction here. And I completely agree. If you're buying an early access game, you're buying into a beta, you're pledging the Kickstarter, or you should know what the risks are.
Mm-hmm.
And at least there's full disclosure there 99% of the time. the problem in the industry is when you have full price retail offerings, off the shelf offerings, like traditional console games, you're spending $65 US, right? And you're paying full price for it. I'm talking about like a $10, $15 game you buy on Steam. So that's still money spent. But a full $65, I mean, that's really close to $100. Two games at that price is almost $150 if you really want to think about it. And you're getting incomplete games. Multiplayer doesn't work day one or in the first month. Uh, it's buggy. It might be completely unplayable,
Mm-hmm.
or things were stripped out of it. Things that were promised to be available at release date. They say, "Oh, it'll be back. It'll be here later as a DLC, or an expansion or as a patch." And I feel like we really shouldn't be making excuses for the video game industry. Now, I want to be clear. Where Fred was is that we should know better and not buy new releases if broken or incomplete games bother us. Basically, he said that we should know better than to expect, people to, the developers and publishers to give a crap. That this is the way things have been for a while, and that's how they're gonna be for a while, the foreseeable future. But it still bothers me. It's like, we have to just accept this. Yeah, we can vote for it with our wallets, but I don't know. Where's the sense of pride? And I feel like there's not enough accountability in the industry. Like, who's keeping these guys in check, saying, "Hey, this game is crap. You can't release this." There needs to be some kind of, I don't know, some kind of reform there.
Right.
Um,
Well, and then it goes back to what I was saying earlier. I mean, if you just blindly buy a game because all your friends are doing it, then, like I said, you're stupid. You guys got to do your own research. You got
yeah,
to know what you're getting. You have no reason to bitch if you buy a full game. Okay, now if it's a full game, I can understand. Oh man, God, this sucks. But don't be pissed off because you bought it just because it sucks. You didn't do your research properly. You didn't look at other people playing it. You didn't look at, possibly, because guys, every game that's out, people stream it. There's no, whether it's console, whether it's PC, people are streaming it. You got to know what you're getting. And I'm sorry to go back to that, but that's just, I mean, it's gonna be my answer for all this.
well, no, and it's true. Do your homework, but the other thing too is they make it so hard. Like it's all a lot of these purchases is pre-orders too. It's guilt driven, and it's kind of like it's also driven by the status quo. Like you don't want to be left behind. Like if you really care about about your social standing, a lot of people buy these games and pre-order them because they don't want to be the only person on their block that doesn't have it, or they don't want to be left out of conversation. It's the whole zeitgeist effect that I mention every now and then, and Fred is also big on using that word. It's like you feel like if you don't get in that moment as it's happening, you miss the boat. So these gaming companies know that, and they take advantage of that. But we talked about this plenty of times that pre-ordering, there's no real value to the consumer. You really gotta wait a week, a month to make sure the game's worth buying. And if you're still not hankering to buy it after that waiting period, then it's not worth getting it. If people stop talking about a game a week or a month, I would say 2 months after its release, it probably ain't worth getting. That's my opinion. That's the bench. That should be the standard. We got to start voting with our wallets and making some ripples because
Mm-hmm.
the more we pre-order, the more we buy these games early on, the more we encourage crap to be released. And see, that's why I like Steam because the risk is much lower and you get more. You always get value. Like if I spend $5 and a game isn't that great, but it's still fun, I say, hey, this is a $5 game. I got my money's worth. I spent $10 and the game is good, not super awesome, but it's worth $10. Cool, and you feel that in your head, you know. But you pay $65 and you feel like you're getting a $20 experience. Yeah, that makes a difference to me. Yeah, it's because I don't know. Let me stop. But I want to say, the team at CADcast, Cheap Ass Gamer, is split on this issue. Wombat, if you guys follow the CADcast, Wombat feels that resellers should not have to handle refunds, whereas Cheapy D feels that they should, and they should take it up with the publisher. This is important. So one of the issues here is that if you have buyer's remorse, not because you changed your mind just out of blue, but you realize I bought a game and this is really a broken product. I should be able to return it. Most stores make that process impossible. Oh, we'll replace it. Maybe they'll give you store credit, but it still counts as a purchase in some way or another. So that in the end, the gaming company still gets their numbers and they win. All right, the publisher still wins or the distributor wins, whatever way it works out. Because there's a lot of middlemen, right? A lot of degrees of separation. But I agree, and I think you agree with Cheapy, right? That stores should take ownership, and if and then make it easier for the consumer to return these broken products. And then if they get enough of them returned, the stores should go to the publishers or distributors and say, "What the fuck? All these customers are complaining about this game being broken," and I think their complaints are valid. You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Well, but then the distributors or the 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 actual people that make it, then they need to return the money back to the store or whatever the store did. But you
Yeah,
know as well as I do, 99% of the stores in the United States, they don't take things back when it's opened, or because
yeah,
it's so easy to copy anything now. Um,
yeah, yeah.
minus if you have a digital copy, of course you can't copy that. I mean, you have to buy it if you're going to buy it offline.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure there's ways of getting it. I mean, you could torrent it, but then you go with the risk of you getting a virus on your computer, having a torrent or anything up that people say, all right, yeah, I'll leave this open. But guess what? Everybody that downloads this bitch is gonna get a Trojan. People do
yeah,
that for the kicks of it, guys. They don't do it just for
yeah.
whatever. They do it for fun, just to see how many people get Trojans from their download.
It's true, and this some gamers really love this dream of a digital only future. They're like, I'd love to get all my games digital. Are you what crack are you smoking? Yeah, it's convenient. I say I love Steam because I get to buy a game and get it right away. Yes, but imagine 100% digital. Digital only distribution of video games would be terrible for the consumer.
Uh-huh.
They could pull something off the library and then synchronize with your computer and move it from you so you don't no longer can own it. They can't go to your house and take back a DVD or a Blu-ray, right? You know,
Right.
that so digital is never really 100% yours. The other problem is with digital, what's gonna end up happening? They're not gonna pass the savings on to you. That's more money in their pocket. It's just it's a terrible thing. Digital only future. That's they want that because it's convenient. Now, all right. Anyway, so some people are talking about like Scotty Daniels. He's saying that he always likes getting the limited or awesome editions of the video game, so that's why he likes to pre-order. And BFTs are kind of in the same boat. It's cool. It is cool. I used to be a big fan of pre-ordering. Now I can't do it because I can't support companies that are greedy and give me an incomplete product. And I've gotten like if the pre-order stuff is really cool to where if it's a franchise I'm already familiar with and they say, oh, this comes with a really cool art book, it comes with this little keychain thing, I might get it just because I like that franchise. But with a new IP or something that you're taking a substantial risk on, like let's say Watch Dogs, I'm not gonna order the premium or limited edition. I did last limited edition thing I got. I think was BioShock Infinite. And regardless of how you feel about that game, I love I got the full shebang. It had like the little songbird in it and all this other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very happy with that. The game wasn't as good as the other ones in some ways, but the storyline was amazing. The gameplay was decent, but it was memorable, and I
The
got my money's worth.
Right. The last thing that I ordered that was like super like collector's edition type thing was Burning Crusades. Wow.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's like
yeah,
4 expansions ago, dude.
yeah, dude. That's a while
Um,
back.
no offense to anybody, of course, if you like the boxes and you like to, have all that stuff, it's cool to have if you really need it. I mean, but You don't even need it. I mean, they still put if you buy a retail copy from the store, okay, of any WoW, they still have the 15-day trial coupons for you to give away to your friends. Okay, that's how far that they don't care what's they're gonna make their money regardless. So they went to online, of course, which is for me, and I'm sorry to say it like this, but for me with Blizzard, because they have so many different games and so many different updates, it's good that everything is digital. Yes, you can still buy a copy on the shelf, but for one, 9 times out of 10, when Blizzard puts out a game, what month is it? November. Where do I
Yeah.
live? Michigan. Do I want to freeze my ass off waiting for 3 fucking hours in the freaking cold? Hell no. So guess what? I'm gonna download it from my warm ass house.
Yeah. See, the other thing I don't like about digital, which you mentioned, Obi, yeah, there's no refunds on digital.
Yes, there is. You just gotta know where to go.
Well, usually, and if there is a refund, it's you have to jump through hoop. It's a pain in the butt, and there's all kinds of weird things with digital. It's you have less options because you can't a lot of times you can't even transfer your license to someone else. So again, it's like you don't really own it. And everybody's making some good points in the chat. Like Scotty said that he only pre-orders from franchises that he likes. So yeah, I could get down with that because there's already some level of trust there.
Well,
But
welcome Thompson Patterson 69. Hello, welcome to the stream.
noise. Hey, I resemble that remark. You do resemble it. What? What? But Derek H over at All Games and Dead Pixel Live, he feels the same way, Hobie. And his point is that we should vote with our wallets, and at the very least, don't pre-order games because we're encouraging bad behavior. Now let's try to just think about this. Let's say you place an order at a restaurant and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be here at this time. I want my this meal ready for me and my family." You get there, you say, "Hey, we have a table waiting for you." Oh, great. Everything looks, they have some nice music playing for you, and presentation is lovely. And you ordered, for yourself, you ordered a steak, surf and turf platter, and I don't know, hot chocolate cake a la mode. Who knows? All right. Okay, you get your surf and turf. Then you're like, yeah, where's my dessert? Oh, that'll be a future release. What the fuck? That's what it feels like. That's what the gaming industry is turning into. All these empty promises. Like, well, I did my part. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I paid in advance, and I made arrangements. But now you're telling me, oh, my bad. It'll come later. Maybe.
Right. What's wrong with Strife, man? I can't upload. I can't download it.
Dun dun
Uh,
dun.
it's bringing up like a file like I can't open with Windows 8 for some reason.
Strife or Smite?
Strife.
Oh. Something we might be reporting back to you guys. We're gonna be playing maybe some gameplay videos, Obi and I. Woohoo!
Well, no, I'm trying to. I can't download it
I'll send you the install file later,
because
or I'll Dropbox it.
it puts right here at strife.com. It's a torrent. Stupid.
Scotty says he 99% of the time he doesn't play PC video games. Don't break our hearts. Well, we know you're predominantly console. It's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. It's
Hey,
convenient.
pork
It's
chops
easier.
like that too, dude, man, and I still like him, so you're good.
Yeah, we have our preferences, but we don't judge. But I will say, as we this up, I kind of feel like developers have gotten lazier, but it's not their fault. You got the bean counters that rush deadlines, and they keep stripping out value more and more for the consumers for the sake of upselling us later through DLCs and upgrades and future installments in the game, and they're annualizing games. I mean, freaking Assassin's Creed has 3 games this year. 2014, they had 3 major releases. Dead Island, all right?
Black
Dead
Flag.
Island. Well, yeah, Black Flag. Well, no, Black Flag wasn't this year. Rogue. It was Rogue, Unity, and another one they came out with. A different platform. I think a Vita game or PSP game, not Vita game or something. But it was a significant release. or I don't know. I don't remember what the name of it was. That's how unimportant it is. But the Dead Island franchise. Remember, Obi? They made the big thing about an E2 was gonna come out, right? We already had Riptide not too long ago, and then we had Dead Island Epidemic, the MOBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they released this Escape from Dead Island game out of nowhere as part of the huge fall releases we covered. You know, last week was a huge week for video game releases, and everybody was like, "Where did this come from?" No one knew anything about it either. It's like, they just slipped it under there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no updates on Dead Island 2, but here's this game, and apparently everybody was like, "Yeah, this is one you could totally skip. It's terrible." But I bet you a bunch of people, because they liked the franchise, pre-ordered it and got their, I don't know, zombie mannequin to lay down with or whatever came in the limited edition. Ugh. But you know, back in the days, developers used to work hard, you know, not to not only deliver quality games, but with with replay value, but they also ensured that they took advantage of each platform's hardware. There weren't these cheap ports. They rewrote or ported over things and tweaked the code to optimize each platform and make it work. And they didn't think, hey, how can we sell more hardware, or how can we get this out quicker? They're like, how can we make this a better experience for more people? And
Mm-hmm.
they kept, and games had a longer life cycle. There's still people that play Warcraft 3 today. I'm not saying that's the pinnacle of what I'm talking about, but there's games that have communities that they go on for years, if not decades, because they built experiences. They built not just video games, but they built real platforms within the platforms, within the ecosystems. And I don't know.
Right.
It's not the developers' faults. It's just the greed is taking over. And I'm sure there's plenty of developers that have the know-how and the skills to make really clean code and make their things less bloated, but they're constantly rushed, and because people want to get all this content out to keep the momentum going. It's like, hey, Call of Duty is making us lots of money. Maybe if we could put out two each a year, we'll make even twice the, 2 or 3 times the money. No, watch, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. Yeah, BFT says developers used to need a working release because they couldn't put out a day one patch. Yeah, now that nothing's stopping them. Oh man. But anyway, we'll come back to that. But for the sake of moving on, let's go on to our next segment.
Guys, we're already here. Shout outs and love. You guys know we love to shout out everybody. Now, guys, we did it. Every week we decide to, or we come up and we get into the allgames.com charts and we see where we are at in the charts. We got top 10. I swear to God, that message you sent me, I said we were one under that, by the way.
Did I?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But what it says right now is YogiZilla.
We made number 8
Number
in
8.
the top 10.
Numero ucho. Wrong, but it's okay.
Uchon. That's a weird way of saying it. Ocho. Like ocho cinco. Oh,
I know. But yes, we got number 8, guys. We are back in the saddle. Please help us out by playing our stream on allgames.com. Around 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. GMT on Thursdays. Yeah, Thursdays around 5 p.m. We're hitting the top 10 again, and we need your help to make it to the top 5. That's our next goal, guys. Top 5. We need to get there. So help us out. Listen to our podcasts over there. It really, really helps. The competition is fierce, as we have our friends ZombieCast, 42 Level 1, Gaming History 101 to contend with. If you guys know anything about those podcasts, they're big. People listen and watch them all the time. So we are making it, guys. 50 episodes in, and we are in the top 10 on allgames.com. That's not very easy. So,
for real.
Congrats to HorsePLAY Live. You're welcome. Thanks.
And we're a really good company, as we mentioned.
Mhm.
But of course, next week I don't expect. I'm not gonna hold my breath because I didn't even get to play the stream because it was just so busy and 5 o'clock just went past so fast. Usually I try to play it at least on one device, but if I can't, I try to play it on my phone and on my computer and living room computer and on my wife's laptop and wherever I can. Hey, hey, gotta get those numbers up. That's not cheating. That's creative problem solving. But shout outs once again to our friends, both new and old, from Walker Stalker Con Atlanta. There's still lots of buzz going on and conversations going back and forth. And you guys are not forgotten. And we're going to definitely catch up with people and try to get them on the show. But anyway, Chris and Angela of Conjuration, Starbase 1552, Unlikely Heroes, who do really awesome anime, chibi style artwork from different video games and shows. Definitely check them out. Unlikely Heroes. John and Leanne from Pittsburgh, Cindy and Matt of Chi-Town, April from Charlotte, Travis Love, Scott Wilson, Parker, aka Noah, aka Asthma Boy, Howard Sherman, and everyone else we can't fit in here. Yeah, and please definitely check out our friends at the Walk Stalkers, Cat and Fox, a worthy opponent, 42 level 1, Gaming History 101, the B Team Podcast, R9 Cast, Knuckleballer Radio, Zombie Cast, Agents of Shield Cast, The Bean Cast, and Sega Nerds on the All Games Network, Gang, and other places where geeky podcasts can be found. See, Obi, I moved this here so you don't have to do it at the end.
I
I
like
hope you
doing
feel
that
that.
though, dude. I love
Oh, I'm
doing that,
sorry.
man.
I didn't know. So you go through like the spiel and it's like, oh my god, deep breath. But make sure if you check those guys out and leave them comments or call in, let them know that Obi and Yogi over at Horseplay sent you. And again, all games we're just honored to be amongst such awesome podcasters and streamers. You guys rock. And of course, for all the streamers in the chat, let us know when you stream if you have anything going on so we can help each other out.
Keep going.
I'm sorry. Did I steal your thunder, bro?
Nope. Keep going. Guys,
Obi.
and this is the thing. He has my name written down with a colon, so I know where to start talking. And he just
Did
kept
I?
going.
Oh my gosh, my bad. I did put that in. You're right. I did take it apart.
Dickhead.
Can I make how can I make
He's
that's
he's got, it's like you
That's
got a
the
badge on your head, dude. Come on, man.
that's I don't know.
He's
I'm
got
trying to
the-
figure
see?
how can I become a dickhead? I don't know. We'll figure it out for the next show for the live viewers
Wow.
or the YouTube viewers.
Wow, that's funny. Oh man. Whew.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. For all the streamers out there, especially the guys in chat, the first thing I do want to say is shout out to everyone in chat. You guys are awesome. You guys are keeping us going, and it really helps out. But if there's any streamers out there, gang, now the stream is it's the hosting. We host anybody and everybody. If you guys want to be hosted, please just let us know. We'll definitely host you guys, and you just spread the love by hosting somebody else when you go offline. So, hosting keeps your channel active, and it forges friendships, and it's a win-win situation, guys. If you don't understand that concept that it's a win-win situation, give me in a private message, and I will tell you off just like everybody else. Yogi might say it a little bit nicer to you, but again, asshole shirt. Yeah, just playing. I ain't telling him shit. Hey, how does this work? I don't fucking know. Leave me alone.
Man. Oh man. I wonder how the 49ers game ended. Did it just tell
I
me?
told you already, man. It was 19-3.
But I wanted to see it in action.
Now, guys, we're gonna keep going, okay? And we haven't gotten to this segment. We've gotten to it like once in the last 8 weeks or so, 7 weeks or so. But we're gonna do it just because we are cheap bastards. So we're gonna give you deals for cheap bastards. What we would buy just because it's cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna skip. What?
Let's skip the deals a bit. A bit of the deals. because Black Friday and Cyber Monday. People, you know, people are probably already camped out for for Black Friday.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh,
Black Friday started at 6 p.m. on Thursday though.
for some
Remember that?
people, some
No,
stores, yeah.
nationwide.
Officially, yes, but it's store by store, like. But yeah, obviously, for most people, you
Well,
gotta
like
start
some
camping
stores,
out.
like Walmart, they started theirs at 8 o'clock. Target started theirs at 6. Um,
Hmm.
it's nationwide, and then um,
Best Buy was opening at 5.
Best Buy is at 5, and then they close from 5 to or not 5. They close at midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they open back up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then go.
Crazy.
That's when everybody tramples everybody.
Yeah, this I don't know. The Best Buy culture is weird. Like it's a really fun store because they have everything displayed so nicely,
Mm-hmm.
but the prices aren't that great, and everybody that goes there's a jackass. Well, not everybody, but they'll kill you. Wear a helmet. Wear some knee pads. I did forget to put in here, and I don't know how I forgot that. 'Cause I did plan for us to skip through this real quick, but the Steam Exploration Sale. It's not the Steam Winter Sale. But the Steam Exploration Sale is kind of like the unofficial fall sale. They have over, well, I think exactly they have 5,666 games on sale. So don't look at just the ones they featured. They actually have a bunch of them on sale
Oh,
through December 2nd. If you're listening to this on our audio feed, or you're watching on YouTube or wherever, on Twitch in the archives, make sure you go over there. If you're on iTunes, don't. It's not too late. December 2nd is the date, the cutoff.
I'm so glad Spathy's not here tonight.
Why?
Because we were doing dick poses and shit. If we would have done this right here and Spathy would have
Oh,
been there, he'd have screenshotted that and put a dick over our face.
he would have
Yeah,
totally
he
photoshopped
would have.
us.
He
Yeah.
would have. Yeah.
Well, there's still time for him. He can take some stills from the videos.
Crap. Shouldn't have said
Don't.
nothing. I can see him now be like, oh yeah, Obi, I hooked you up. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Well, Obi, do we have a little shout out that's related to cheap bastard deals? And in the
Yeah.
meantime, while you go
We
through it,
do
I'm gonna
want to mention a
bio
great
break.
resource. Wait, what? Wait, huh?
I said while you do that, I'm gonna take a bio break.
Okay, what shout out are we doing?
Uh, Where the mouse pointer's at, right here. It's part of the deal, the cheap deals.
Okay,
See?
and I'm just gonna read it just like everything else, guys. So of course we do want to mention a great resource. We don't always get to shout out. Check out CAG Cast and Cheap Ass Gamers for video game deals, game talk, and wonderful banter. They try to, get some good deals, and of course they do just what we do, and they talk about games. And so if you are interested in that, make sure you check those guys out. For those who know Cheapy D, he's actually moving back to the States with his wife. No more living in Japan. No more Japan effect. Good luck on the move, buddy. We'll see you when you get back. Cheapy, moving sucks. Yogi just did it. We all know. I know for a fact because Geeky Antics is about a week and a half behind, almost 2 weeks behind. So yeah, but we're fine. So unfortunately for him, his wife's employer is paying for a corporate move and temporary housing. So lucky bastard. Gotta love a woman that makes more money than you. If you don't, then you're stupid. That's just my idea. Because, my wife makes more than me, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't care. Fine with me. Make more money than me, baby. It's all good. So while we're waiting for Yogi to get back, we're just going to kind of go, keep on going with everything. Now, we do, on occasion, and we got a little bit of time, we do like every now and then we talk a little bit of video games that we've either played over the past week or intend to play over the next week. And since I'm the only one here, I will come back on it. I have been playing quite a bit of Smite and of course CS:GO. If you guys know who with me in CS:GO, I'm getting fairly decent at it, moving up in rank pretty quick. And of course, after the new year, when I get my computer upgrades, we're going to be streaming it. You guys check that out, and you guys know I'm drinking WoW. Um, I'm drinking WoW. I saw Yogi taking a drink of beer, and I was like, I'm drinking WoW. That's okay. But and of course, I've been playing WoW, and then Smite, Path of Exile. Not playing League of Legends anymore. That's just not gonna happen. I can't do it. And then of course I'm gonna be playing Strife with Yogi. So
Yeah.
Morphed, what's going on? He says, hey Obi, hey Yogi, stop by to say hi to you guys. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for showing up. You almost missed it. You got about 15 minutes left. You almost missed us. So yeah, glad you showed up though. Appreciate it. Yogi, what have you dusted off this week, man? I know I see a long list here, so I'm gonna let you go.
Well, like you mentioned, Strife. That has a pretty lengthy intro tutorial area portion, and it bothers me
Really?
because when you try to skip through it, you could skip through it, but it says even if you're a veteran to MOBAs, you really shouldn't skip through the tutorial because we're going to mention unique mechanics that are featured in Strife. So I played through the tutorial and I'm like, what's different? Okay, you got pets and shared gold. Everything else was the same. Like, why did they just give me an option? This is what's different. Play this one mission that shows you all the things that are different in Strife compared to other games. But no, I had to play, hey, to control your champion, right click here.
Thank you very
Then
much. Now I'm not gonna do it. Thanks,
use
Yogi. You're awesome
to,
now.
to use your ability, press Q, W, or E. Your R is your ultimate. This is groundbreaking. I've never seen this in any MOBA before. I'm sorry. Revolutionary stuff here. Hotkeys to use your abilities. I've never seen it. I'm sorry, Yobi. I almost killed them. But so anyway, it's a great game, and you have pets and shared gold. Really important things that I think need to happen in a MOBA space. But what's stupid? Skip the tutorial. If you played MOBAs enough, skip the tutorial for Pete's sake. You don't need to play it. I wasted like 30, 40 minutes of my life, it felt like.
Asshole.
It was cute though. It was cute.
You choking?
Uh,
Yeah.
no,
Dude.
no, no, not that. Sorry. I play a little Starforge. This is an interesting game. It's a game where you build stuff and you explore space, kind of like Space Engineers or Minecraft. But like, what's really messed up about it is like, I guess it would be like Terraria or Starbound in 3D. But it's really messed up because everything attacks. A lot of things attack you, and like they don't hold your hand at all. So yeah, let's just say that. I played a little Five Nights and Freddy. I think I said it last week, so yeah, I'll skip through that. I mentioned Tome last week as well. Again, very fast-paced kind of MOBA there, bite-sized MOBA experience. No, but like BFT said, it's not anything brand new. Smite, still such a fun game. I'm every time I play that, I love it more. I gotta put more time into that game, even if I can't always stream it because it's subject like sometimes I can stream it and it's fine. It might chug here and there, like briefly, but sometimes my internet connection is like I don't feel like playing along, and it's then it's like not good to play those high demanding games. Like the Smite gameplay will be fine, but the stream will be like beep beep beep. Beep. But I'm gonna try to stream it because it's a fun game. I love it. And apparently my highest mastered character god right now is Poseidon, which I was surprised by. I think Thor was the second one, and I unlocked Almighty Zeus from the E3 ticket humble bundle, which I forgot to claim. I finally claimed that. I played Choice Chamber Beta 2, and the stream was loving that. Everybody was trolling me. Like there's a part where people have to type certain things to build a bridge, and everybody's building a bridge where I can't reach it. So I'm like, I can't cross, guys. So I'm like stuck, like doo, I can't jump that high. Someone build a bridge that I can actually reach. Uh, it's a fun game. You gotta check it out. Choice Chamber. The Twitch chat actually controls what happens in the game, and it's always quite fun. But the two biggest games that I have to mention before we start wrapping things up, other than Crypto the Necrodancer, which is always a great fallback, and apparently I have no rhythm and no soul, but it's funny. Everybody enjoys it.
Amen.
That's a song, by the way, guys. If anyone picked up on that. But Soul Forge, it's a game that I used to stream a lot, almost exclusively. I've logged, I think, around 1,000 hours in that game somehow. I don't know how that happened.
That means you have no life.
Well, that's the game I play a lot on my tablet while I'm on a can or whatever. So it's very convenient. Or I'm, taking a break with my habits or whatever.
So
Uh,
Yo, sorry, you guys. This is kind of like the type of a tablet, okay? When I'm taking this shit, I play my tablet.
when I make a commercial. When I'm taking this shit, I play Soul Forge. My game of choice when I'm taking a massive dump is Soul Forge. That's gonna be good. We should make commercials for people. They love it. But yeah, it's a great. The community in this game is fantastic. Same thing with Scrolls. But every time you stream that game, tons of people show up and you make new friends. And it's funny because even though I used to be one of the only people to stream Soul Forge like over a year ago, and the developers used to support my stream, people were like, "Oh, are you new to the game?" No, I just don't stream the game as much as I love Soul Forge, it still feels like the people that do the best in the game are the people that spend money. But now they have draft play arena, basically like Hearthstone's arena. So it makes some things a lot more balanced. So anyway, the most fun game, guys. We had last night. We played Cards Against Humanity, aka Pretend You're Zizzy, on the stream. It was viewer games, and we played Mount Your Friends. And Obi came in and watched the stream after playing CS:GO. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" Because there was just dinglings,
Guys,
dongles all over the place.
all right, this is guys. I'm playing a competitive match with a team, okay, of people. I'm trying to get on a team. If what I'm doing, and I'm practicing with them, and I'm making sure that they're making sure that I can actually shoot. I'm not, an idiot. That I can cover mic and hold my own. Well, I start getting a Steam blip from Yogi, and it says "Mount your friends." I'm like, why in the what? I want to mount him? No, I'm good. No, I said this to him, and I said it in Steam, and then I text him on the phone. WTF this? Exactly. And he goes, "It's a cool game." And then he invited me again. I said, "I'm playing Counter-Strike. I'll talk to you a little bit later." And then he invites me again. All right, dude, stop. So I went to the stream, and guys, have you guys ever seen on the side of the road in a dealership, and you see this tall thing that's just doing this number? Okay, in the wind. That's exactly what it is. And you actually have to climb up your buddies, and to a human ladder to get to the next level. And I'm sure he's going to stream it again. When he does,
yes,
watch it and then laugh.
Best $3 ever spent. That is probably
you can buy it
one of
me
the
and I'll
top
play
5.
With you. How's that?
All right, well, we might have to set that up because we did get some donations. So I might be gifting some of you guys, but I'm gonna start randomly just inviting people to that game when I start streaming it. So they'll be like, "The hell?"
Well, now I know what it is,
them.
and next time I'm not gonna say WTF. I'm gonna go hell no.
Dude, it is so simple of a concept, but it's just like it gets you hooked in, and you just keep playing and playing. And it's just entertaining. I can't describe. I don't understand why it's so much fun, but it is. Dongles, and it's $3 right now. $3 on Steam. Best $3 ever. I mean,
if you guys do want a little bit of sneak peek on it, go to YogiZilla stream and look up past broadcasts. And it was yesterday, literally. I mean, like the last time he streamed. Well, that was today, but you guys know what I mean. Yesterday's stream, and it's so. Some of the time, and I got into the stream, and I logged in. I'm like, all right, hey guys, I'm here. What the hell is this? And all of a sudden, I hear them both, "Wah!" Just bust out laughing because I mean, the guy's sitting there and he's upside down, and his legs are way up here, and his arms down by his feet and shit, and he's folded over like a pretzel, and like, dude, what the hell? What is this? And all of a sudden, he starts throwing his arm up and then climbs. I'm like, what the fuck? No way. You want to play? No.
dude, it's a funny game. We had so many laughs, and the sad part is we weren't even drinking. Well, I wasn't at least, and it was just I get giggling like a schoolgirl. I'm gonna try to get the highlights up on YouTube because good times. But anyway, it's getting to be that time soon.
Is
We got like 10 minutes, but we should probably just wrap it up now.
yeah.
'Cause I'm sure still trying to recover from the food coma.
Right.
But
Well,
mount your friends, guys. $3. You can't go wrong. If you like a game that's fun to stream that will entertain people, you can play with friends, and it's just endless laughs. You could customize your guys and dress them up and make them look all goofy. That's even fun on its own. You can play dress up with them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna dress you up like a doll.
yay!
Exactly. But yeah, Obi, we're gonna have some fun, man. Since people have been donating to my stream, and
You want to have fun with me, big boy? I can
I
make that
might
happen.
I might have to gift Obi some games. We'll have to do some dual streams.
God.
Mount your friends with Obi and Yogi. Oh, it's gonna happen. Things to look forward to.
I still got a crap ton of followers on my Twitch.
Yeah, people usually don't unfollow you if you're gone.
I don't know why. I haven't streamed in like 3 months.
Crazy mofo.
Well, after the new year though, I'm gonna try to hit it up every day. Because really, reason I don't stream right now is it's just like with you. You have to get your settings exactly perfect. Because you don't have a big processor, neither do I. Because if you have a big processor or a gaming computer, and you know what I mean when I say that, your internet is the only thing that holds you back. That's it. Well,
Yeah.
with us, it's both. Our internet's holding us back, and our computers are holding us back. So
Yeah.
when we actually get it, because I want to stream all the Steam games, and my computer won't let me stream games because you have to have Steam open and then the game. It's
Yeah.
just like double pulling. And then if you want music or if you want your chat, I mean, that's just so many more things that your CPU has to go, holy fuck, what are you doing to me? So, but we are going to do it, hopefully. I'm going to try to start streaming maybe some Smite and definitely some WoW. We're going to have some,
Smite. Yeah.
we are. I do have some WoW videos coming. We're going to be doing a bunch of PvP and raids. So I have some of those videos coming. And that's with the guild that I'm on WoW. So yes. HorsePLAY Live is everywhere you can listen to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com. Woot! And Yogi's going to take a pee again. Please take a few minutes out to thumb up, favorite, subscribe, and share. Even better, we love the reviews and comments. Guys, it's quick and easy, and it helps us out a lot. Oh my god. Thanks to everyone who has been promoting our content. We love you. I'm going to turn Yogi's camera off here in a second. Just because he's being a fool. If you like eye candy, we do video as well. Please check us out at YouTube, on YouTube and Twitch at Geeky Antics and YogiZilla. On Twitch for the video. Wait. Go to YouTube, Geeky Antics. Okay? And then Twitch and Geeky Antics. Yeah. You sound okay. You're an ass, dude. Big shout outs to our Thursday night flagship show over at geekyantics.net, a gaming death podcast. They'll be on Twitch over at twitch.tv/gaming death every Thursday at 9 p.m. and hosted right here on Geeky Antics. And that's right before our live show, this live show, Thursday. You're an ass, at 11 o'clock. But be sure to peep out their site. You guys can check them out at gamingdeath.com. Also, Monday nights, you guys can catch PP with Fred and Hefe on Pixelated Pints YouTube channel at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific. The show is now a bi-weekly schedule, and the next show for this next show is going to be December 8th. They just had it here just this couple days ago, so make sure you guys check them out. They got some really good topics, and they laugh a little bit too. A little bit. Yogi, stop it. We invite you to join us on Sunday as well. We got 2 shows on Sunday. Join us at 2 p.m. for an Apostolic Outlook with Reverend Ted Tarr. And if you really feel like kind of listening to it's a religious podcast. I'm not gonna lie, but he's having lots of fun doing it, and everybody that's supporting him, he really appreciates everything that you guys are doing. And then at 9 p.m. we have the Sunday Dose with myself and mostly a revolving cast of guest hosts. I am looking for a permanent host still, just because I do. Now, we do discuss, we're discussing gameplay and, of course, the competitive scene. We haven't been into much League of Legends, but I think we are going to get back into that just a little bit. And, of course, we're going to talk about some Counter-Strike, and we're actually putting some news into the show now. So it's a little bit of a fuller show. But now you guys can sleep in because it's not at 9 a.m. anymore. It's at 9 p.m. Yay. I even get to sleep in, and I'm happy about that. But you guys can check up our full podcast lineup at geekyantics.net/schedule for anything you guys want to see, whether it's whatever show it is. So we don't have any guests, so Yogi, what would you like to put out there to all these fine ladies and
For all my fine fellow Whovians and Walker Stalkers and fans of literature and creative writing and all things geeky, I highly recommend that you join us Saturdays at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. in London, 7 p.m. in Bucharest, for TWTT. That's the timey-wimey tea time, or, as some people like to call it, the timmy-wimmy tea time. I don't know what that means, but it's cool. And we're live right here on Geeky Antics Twitch channel and on allgames.com, yo.
you get my voicemail?
Voicemail.
Yeah, I did some bumpers for you.
On the phone? Or on a voicemail?
On the
on
voicemail
Geeky
line.
Antics? Oh, I gotta check it out. I didn't see anything come in. Okay. Oh, and we had a voicemail to play from, I think, Scotty, but we'll say that for when Janelle's comes back on the show. Keep the voicemails coming in, guys. 206-415-4987. Again, 206-415-4987. And if you're listening to us, you want to do this part? You like this part, don't you,
Nope.
Obi?
Nope, I don't care.
Okay. If you're listening to us on allgames.com, the Dead Pixel Live Power Rankings show is up next, followed by the B Team podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern. And be sure to hang out in the chat room by clicking on the live or chat button. Actually, just go to allgames.com and you can go right in there. Now the chat's right on the front page. And that's it, folks. We actually finished on time.
Blah.
I thought it was going to be a quick show, but nope.
Blah.
Oh.
Blah.
Are we ready for the dance? Are we ready for the dance yet?
No, I ain't dancing. Fuck that shit. Nope. I ain't doing it.
I'm playing the music. Obi. Closing thoughts?
I don't care. Nope. I ain't got no goddamn closing thoughts. I don't care. Nope.
Okay, guys, we love you. And we're thankful for you. Much appreciation, much feels, much turkey. You like Popeye.
I love you.
Hi, guys. Man.
Oh.